What is up, guys? So, during this season of The Legend of Tomorrow, we lost two characters, both of them being Firestorm, which left us with only 6 members of the Legends left and only 3 of the original members left. But with such a small roster, they definitely needed some added characters to the team, and right when Firestorm left, they confirmed that somebody will be replacing him, somebody that was already in the Arrowverse before, which led to a lot of people speculating that it will be probably Wally West, because he would be a perfect replacement for Firestorm, because Firestorm leaving means that the Legends don't have a mechanic anymore to work on the ship, and since Wally is a mechanic, they talked about that all the time in Season 2 and also a little bit in Season 3. It would be perfect for him to join the Legends. Also, on top of that, during Season 4 right now, he's being very, very misused and sidelined, and I don't know why. Just out of nowhere, he just left the show. I actually do know why. They said the showrunners behind The Flash said that it was a little too complicating having more than one speedster on the show, because they had to knock one out for the other one to save the day, because having 2 speedsters is a little too OP, and I get that, but they could have made a better excuse than what they did, which led to a lot of people complaining that he was misused and sidelined during Season 4, which again led to people speculating that he will join the Legends and replace Firestorm. Well, now, today, it has been basically confirmed by the CW president. During a recent interview with Black Girl Nerds, the president behind the CW, Mark Pedowitz, was asked about Franz Drama's departure from Legends of Tomorrow. Franz Drama, if you don't know, plays Jefferson Jackson, aka one half of Firestorm, or the former half of Firestorm. But when asked about this departure, he said, and I quote, "He's an incredible actor, but you might see Wally West show up on Legends," which is very, very telling, because he wasn't asked about Wally West at all. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it says here that he was talking about Drama's, or that meaning Franz Drama's departure from the dctv show, meaning I don't think he was even asked about Wally West. So the fact that when talking about the departure of Firestorm, he said he's an incredible actor, but you might see Wally West show up. The fact that he said that Wally West will show up basically confirms that Wally West will replace Jefferson Jackson on the team. And then when asked if Wally West will stay on the show, he said, "I can't answer that, you'll just have to watch." And then he laughs, which also is very telling. The fact that he laughed seems like to tell us that, yeah, he's going to stay. He's going to stick around. He's going to replace Firestorm on the team. Also, right before this whole conversation, the president of the CW said, "As we've lost some characters this season, you will see new ones pop up." And then, like a little bit later, like a tiny little bit later, he said he's an incredible actor, but you might see Wally West show up on Legends. So definitely Wally West will show up, but the fact that he said, he mentioned Wally West without even being asked about Wally West, and also saying a little bit before that we've lost some characters, you will see new ones pop up, definitely tells me that Wally West will join the show. But this definitely confirms that Wally West will appear at least one more time. He appeared in episode 1 of Season 3. That was a pretty great cameo, which showed us that he has some chemistry with at least Citizen Steel. So he will appear one more time. But the question still remains, will Wally West join the team and be a member of Legends of Tomorrow? I mean, the Legends. To that, nothing has been confirmed, but it has been heavily hinted at on multiple occasions, but the main one being here in this interview. And now, do I want Wally West to join the show? I definitely would love him to join the show, because for a couple of reasons. First reason is that, like I said, he's been sidelined heavily on The Flash, and he's misused right now, he's underused right now, so if he just joined the Legends, then that would be great. That's basically where all the reject characters go, the characters that are misused and underused, like the Atom and White Canary or Sarah Lance during Season 4 of Arrow. So it would be perfect for him to go to that show. Also, the second reason, also I just mentioned, that he has at least great chemistry with Citizen Steel, which means that he might even have great chemistry with the rest of the team, especially all the characters that Citizen Steel has great chemistry with, because it just makes sense. The third reason is that it makes sense because he could replace Jefferson Jackson as the mechanic of the Wave Rider, which basically completely replaces him as a character. But whatever, that's fine. And the fourth reason is that, I don't know, it would be pretty cool to have a speedster on another show. It wouldn't be like amazing or anything. He probably will be a little overpowered, and they'll probably have to depower him to make all those situations possible. But that's fine. They do that on The Flash all the time, and it doesn't really bother me that much. Another reason is, and this is probably not even, it probably doesn't mean anything, but I made a theory that Savitar is Mullis. So if it turns out that Savitar is Mullis, it would be awesome to see Wally West have a speedster battle with Savitar or Barry Allen or whatever, or Mullis. Now, granted, that theory is probably not true, but if it is, it would be pretty cool to see Mullis and Savitar have a race here or there, maybe, because we actually haven't seen a speedster race other than in the crossover for a while, and I kind of miss it, seeing the crossover, seeing the speedster races on the in the crossover, or like the one or two of them. I kind of miss the races now, so if we had them on Legends of Tomorrow Season 3, that would be pretty cool. Those are the main reasons I want Wally to join the team. There are other reasons that I can't really think of, but I just think that there's really no other place for Wally to go other than maybe Titans. If they ever cross over with Titans, he can totally join Titans, but until they do that, there's really no other place for him to go, because the fifth reason that I think he should join Legends is that the Elongated Man basically replaced him as the quintessential sidekick of the Flash, which I don't know what I feel about that, because on one hand, I kind of like the Elongated Man's character a little more than Wally. I think he's actually a much better actor. I think his powers are more interesting, especially when we already have another speedster on the show. And I don't know, it just makes the Team Flash more diverse. Obviously not in ethnicity, but in powers and personalities. But so considering the Elongated Man replaced him as the sidekick on the show, I think it makes perfect sense for him to go to Legends, because there's really no other place for him right now. On The Flash, there's no room for him, because obviously they showed us there's no room for him because they kicked him off the show the episode before the Elongated Man or Ralph Dibny debuted. They kicked him off the show, made him basically not a series regular anymore. He is still a series regular, but he's not on every episode. So since the Elongated Man replaced him, he can't be on The Flash anymore. So until the Arrowverse crosses over with Titans, which might not even ever happen, until that happens, the only place for him to go, or the best place for him to go, is the Legends. So with those 5 reasons in mind, I think it would be great if he joined the Legends, and the fact that it's been hinted at in this interview heavily, I also think that he probably will join the Legends, which is basically a prediction. I'm hoping it happens sooner rather than later. It would be really awkward if he just joins in like the last episode or something, because if he's going to join this season. So I'd guess if he is going to join, it's going to be around episode 13 or 14, which is actually pretty soon in the season, not that soon in time, because the season doesn't debut till February. But yeah, that would be pretty great if that happens. Now, a while back, when Mark Guggenheim was talking about the departure of Firestorm from the show, he said that an existing Arrowverse character will replace him. But he also said that they have 2 characters, they have 2 empty chairs on the Wave Rider, and they said that they have a game plan. So that begs the question, who is going to replace Martin Stein? Because we basically know that Wally West will replace Jefferson Jackson, probably. But who will replace Martin Stein? I'm guessing probably Constantine. But again, for that one, we don't actually know if it's an existing character or a new character. I would prefer it if it was a new character, because any chance to bring a new DC character onto any of these shows is a welcome thing for me. But if they had to use an existing character, they'd probably go with Constantine, and they probably will use Constantine, because like I said earlier, this show uses a lot of misused, underused, reject characters, and Constantine is basically one of them, because ever since his show was canceled, which is already he was rejected by the network basically, but ever since his show was canceled, he's appeared one time on Arrow, and then 1 cameo on Legends, and we'll have another 1 episode on Legends. I'm pretty sure 1 episode. So considering all of that, it would make so much sense if he joined the Legends. But again, I would honestly prefer it if a new character joined instead. But who do you think should replace Martin Stein on The Legends? And do you think Wally West will actually replace Jefferson Jackson? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.